Welcome to our OWL session, an online workshop for learning. We're excited to offer you today's topic, Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest Orientation, a brief overview of your council. First of all, thank you for owling with us. I'm sure you've probably noticed our cute owl mascot. We didn't just choose her for her cuteness, however. Well, maybe just a little bit, but we also understand that for most of us, owls represent wisdom. Also, the word OWL, again, stands for Online Workshop for Learning. We're proud to announce that we will be offering monthly OWL sessions from now on and on various topics. These sessions are completely optional and available to all in the Girl Scout community or not. OWL sessions will also be recorded and archived for future reference. Stay tuned to the end of this session for the 2015-2016 OWL calendar to see what topics we have lined up. Let's get started. I'm sure some of you are wondering who I am, so let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Monica Jasso. I'm the Volunteer Services Manager for our council. My office is located in El Paso, Texas. I spent most of my time in El Paso, was born in El Paso. I also attended Texas A&M University. Go Aggies. A little background into my entry into Girl Scouting. To be honest, I was unaware of Girl Scouting until I began looking for something for my daughter to do. It was at that time that I became a volunteer and a co-leader. That was about 6 years ago, and here I am still. So for those of you who do know me, I hope you can see how much I love what I do, what we do for all girls together, and the deep respect I have for you, our volunteers who really make it all happen. We initially named our OWL session for today GSDSW 101, and then later realized that that may cause some confusion. So I want to take a quick minute to clarify that this session is not Girl Scouting 101. Girl Scouting 101 is a 45-minute webinar available in English and Spanish that GSUSA has provided to all councils nationwide. It is a required training for all GSDSW volunteers. It provides us with an overall look into Girl Scouting, such as different ways to participate, our cookie program, and information on each of the Girl Scout levels, from daisies through ambassadors. Anyone interested may take Girl Scouting 101 webinar at any time, girls, parents, volunteers, and community members. In fact, we encourage everyone to do so. The more the merrier. I know I personally have to take it often just to refresh myself. You may access Girl Scouting 101, the webinar, at any time by going under the volunteers heading on our website. And our website is www.gsdsw.org. You will see a heading on your left-hand side labeled Girl Scouting 101, Step 4. Should you have any problems accessing Girl Scouting 101 at any time, please let us know at once. Okay, so let's get started with what we'll be covering today. As I mentioned earlier, this webinar is entirely different from Girl Scouting 101. This OWL session will serve as an orientation specifically for our council, Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest. Our goal tonight is simply to offer you a more in-depth look at your council. We will have about 30 minutes of material on various pieces of information. We'll go over what our council looks like, what it includes. We'll talk about our members, both girls and adults. We will highlight some key staff members, which are your support team. And lastly, we will explore some ways in which we encourage you to remain in contact with us. Bottom line, by the end of our OWL today, you should have an overall awareness of Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest. So let's go ahead and get started by talking a little bit about our council. What does it look like? What's in it? Girl Scouting exists globally, including, of course, our country. There are 112 Girl Scout councils in the United States of America. Everywhere you go in this country, from Alaska to Florida and in between, there are Girl Scouts and councils to support them. Our council is Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest, which encompasses southern New Mexico and West Texas. All 112 of these councils follow one mission, one promise, and one law. The Girl Scout mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. So now let's find out a bit more about our council, Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest. I would like to start that by asking you all a question first. And here's the question. How big do you think our council is? Is it A, 940 square miles, B, 9,400 square miles, C, 94,000 square miles, or D, 940,000 square miles? I'll give you a second to choose your answer, and we're on our honor here. The correct answer is C. Our council is actually one of the biggest in the country, spanning 94,000 square miles. This is what our council looks like. We're composed of 33 counties stretching southern New Mexico and West Texas, 10 counties in southern New Mexico, and 23 counties in West Texas. A map of our council is also available on our website. You will often hear us refer to our council by 3 regions, simply to aid us in our everyday operations. You will see them labeled here as our West, Central, and East areas, but we are always only one council. I will give you a minute to look over this map and kind of take it all in. Our council includes cities, for example, in New Mexico, if I was to list them going east, such as Silver City, Deming, Las Cruces, Alamogordo, Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Hobbs, and more. In Texas, it includes cities such as El Paso, Alpine, Fort Davis, Pecos, Fort Stockton, Monahans, Andrews, Odessa, Midland, Big Spring, Kermit, and more. Our Camp Mitre Peak, which I will discuss a little later, is located in the Jeff Davis County in Texas. Pretty big, right? Needless to say, we spend a lot of time on the road. Now let's take a little closer look at some of the places that you can find in our council. First, we have our 11 program centers throughout our council, all available for use by girls in Girl Scouting. In New Mexico, we have program centers in Artesia, Las Cruces, Alamogordo, Carlsbad, Deming, Hobbs, Roswell, and Silver City. In Texas, we have program centers in El Paso, Odessa, and Midland. Many of these facilities are also available for rental and overnight stays. Please contact your nearest Girl Scout Program Center for more details. A full list of our program centers is also available on our website, along with contact information. Also check with your nearest program center for available resources that you may check out for troop use. These may include various program kits, training materials, bridges for ceremonies, and more, just as examples. We also have 4 shops available for all of your Girl Scout purchases. They are located in Las Cruces, New Mexico, El Paso, Texas, Odessa, Texas, and Midland, Texas. You can find items for your Girl Scout uniforms, journey books, starter kits, girl and adult insignia, and yes, lots and lots of badges. In this slide, you get to see a little picture of each of our lovely retail office coordinators, or ROCs, so you can kind of put the face with the shop, so to speak. In Las Cruces, New Mexico, you see we have Miss Danielle Mulheron. In El Paso, Texas, we have Jen Adalto. In Odessa, Texas, we have Makia Allen. And in Midland, Texas, we have Yvonne Bernal. Make sure to thank these ladies when you see them, as they are appreciated for all that they do. We also have our online shop available for your convenience. You can access it by going to our website, www.gsdsw.org. Under the shop menu at the top, you will be able to not only view our most current shop catalog, but also any special promotions and sales that we may have. Apart from our program centers and shops, we also have our Camp Mitre Peak. Camp Mitre Peak is nestled in the Davis Mountains between Fort Davis and Alpine, Texas. As a council, we have made a concerted effort to get more girls excited about exploring the outdoors, and Camp Mitre Peak really allows us to do that. This camp is utilized year-round by troop, as well as for girl and adult programs. For example, if you haven't heard about our famous mother-daughter or father-daughter weekends, I'm sure you soon will. They're usually our sold-out events. We also host an annual volunteer conference exclusively for our volunteers. It's a time for them to receive enrichment in the form of workshops, ranging in topics from archery to crafting to how to take the journeys outside. It's really an ideal time to make new friends and keep the old. However, no time is busier at Camp Mitre Peak than during our summer resident camp in July. All beds are filled with eager Girl Scout campers learning how to discover, connect, and take action, all in the outdoors. Please remember, Camp Mitre Peak is your camp. It's available for rental, but make your reservations early as it does fill up fast. For further information or how to make reservations at Camp Mitre Peak, please contact us at 1-800-594-5677. So far, we've covered our council in terms of its size, its program centers, its camp, and its shops. I'd like to shift our focus to our Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest membership. By this, I mean the girls and adult volunteers that are Girl Scout members within our council. A Girl Scout membership year officially runs from October 1st through September 30th. During the 2014-2015 Girl Scout membership year, our council ended with 10,591 Girl Scouts and 2,204 volunteers. While these numbers are a great feat in and of themselves, I'd like to give you a little bit more context so you can see a broader perspective on these numbers. So let's go over this next slide. Take a minute to look it over. The horizontal green line at the top denotes total membership of girls and adults. The vertical blue bar represents girl membership, and the red bar reflects adult members. This shows you a picture of how our council's membership has grown since 2010. Most recently, what this graph depicts is a steady increase in our membership for the past 2 years. We are most proud that due to the dedication and commitment of our volunteers, we have achieved a 12.7% increase in girl membership growth this year. That's 12.7 more girls we are building of courage, confidence, and character who are making the world a better place. And really, that's what it's all about. We may be so humble as to also point out that it means we are #1 in the nation in girl membership growth. In fact, this is our 2nd consecutive year holding this honor. Pretty neat, right? Now it's time to shift topics and talk about a different type of people, your support team. But first, I'd like to ask you another question. So if everybody's ready, here's the question. Based off the membership numbers we just reviewed, please fill in the blanks. There is one GSDSW membership manager, or M&M, for every blank volunteers. I'll give you a couple of seconds to get your answers in. You have A, 75, B, 121, C, 183, or D, 306. All right, everybody got your answer? Before I reveal the answer, let me first say that our council currently has 39 or about 39 staff members. Out of those 39, however, only 12 of them are membership managers whose primary responsibility is to work directly with our members. That brings us to a correct answer of C. There is one membership manager for every 183 volunteers. Girl Scouting has always been a volunteer-led organization. Without our volunteers, we would not be able to do what we do. If you also consider the total number of girl membership we outlined earlier, there are actually 883 girls per one membership manager. So now let's take a closer look at some of our staff members. Earlier, you've already seen our retail office coordinators, or our ROCs. Now let's meet our CEO. I refer to her as our fearless leader, Miss Diane Flanagan. Her office is in El Paso, but also travels across our council a great deal. She serves as the Chief Executive Officer of Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest and provides us all with the great leadership that moves us forward. While we do not have the time to showcase all of the staff members for our council, we will take a minute to meet our membership managers next. These ladies are those among us who you will be most familiar with. They keep the Girl Scouting presence in our community in terms of recruitments. They help to place Girl Scouts into troops. They continually support volunteers throughout their experience. They do so much more, but I'm really limited by the time that we have together today. Let's start with our Texas membership managers. In the El Paso office, we have Yolanda Molina, Carol Reynolds, Letty Alva, and Carolyn Fowle. In Odessa, we have Rita Lujan, and in Midland, we have Sheena Green. Now, in our New Mexico offices, our membership managers are in Silver City, Annette Tony, in Las Cruces, Iris Maravoto, in Deming, Maria Ellers, in Artesia, Maria Landry, in Roswell, Karen Lupine, in Hobbs, Stormy Gibbs. Among these ladies, there are decades of years of experience, so please count on them for anything that you need. While all of us here are here to help you, your membership manager, or M&M, will most likely be your best source of information. Our program team is next. These are the individuals who coordinate many fun and diverse events for our girls, from STEM-related activities to journey-related events to in-school series to fabulous globe parties. They really do it all. Our program director is Christy Patton in the Odessa office. Brittany Dennis is a program specialist also in our Odessa office. Ms. Charlotte Musgrave is our program manager out of the Roswell office. Stephanie Montes and Pat Reese are our program specialists and reside in the El Paso office. I'm sure many of you have already met our next two ladies. Together they make our product sales team, Aggie Reyes on the left and Jennifer Candelas on the right. Their offices are in El Paso and they travel far and wide throughout our council. These two ladies are responsible for running our successful fall product and cookie programs, which develop 5 skills in girls: goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics, all of which can lay the groundwork for a lifetime of success for a girl. If you haven't met them yet, I'm sure you will, as soon they begin to facilitate our cookie sale program trainings across our council. Again, this was just a brief overview of some of our staff members at our council. For a full listing of all of our staff members, their position, and contact information, please visit our website, www.gsdsw.org. By selecting Contact from the menu above, you will be able to view our council directory. The picture you see in this slide was taken at our most recent staff retreat, which was December of last year, 2014. So far, we've reviewed our council in terms of its size, program centers, camp, shops, membership, and some key staff members. As we near our session tonight, I would like to encourage you to remain engaged with us, your council. Girl Scouting has been a successful organization for over 100 years, largely due to the fact that it is truly a volunteer-led movement. We truly welcome your input and value your voice, so please stay in touch. There are many ways to keep in touch. Our website will most likely be your primary source of information from us. We have a user-friendly page that speaks to topics for girls, parents, volunteers, and donors. There is lots of information on this page, and it is updated regularly, so please make sure to visit often. Some of the key features are our calendar, which lists all events, programs, and trainings for our council. Our forms and resources section is also widely visited by our volunteers as they manage their troops. But there is much more. Now, if this were a class and I were your teacher, I would be so bold as to assign you all a piece of homework, and that would be to sign up for a monthly e-newsletter. You can do this by scrolling down to the very bottom of our homepage. On the left, you will see a banner titled Sign Up for Our Newsletter. Simply enter your email and click Submit. You will begin to receive monthly newsletters with updates, news, and pictures of our Girl Scouts across our council. But our website is not the only way to stay connected with us. With the advent of social media, there are many more ways to stay connected. For example, we have Facebook. We encourage you to like us on our GSDSW Facebook page. There are often updates on events, opportunities, reminders, and pictures of how our Girl Scouts are changing the world posted on there. From our website, you can also access our Twitter, Flickr, where we house our pictures, and a YouTube account as well. Then, of course, we have our OWL sessions, which will continue to cover an array of topics and will be available to you at any time. We offer opportunities to get together in person as well, to exchange information, receive updates, meet newcomers, and renew friendships. One of those is our service unit meetings. A service unit is a geographical area that consists of multiple troops. For example, all of the Girl Scout troops in Odessa would belong to the Odessa service unit. If you're a leader or a co-leader of a troop, you're already probably familiar with service unit meetings. They're simply monthly meetings in which all troop leaders and their co-leaders get together to go over updates, news, decide on events, community service projects, and more. Our council also hosts community meetings once a year. During October, our CEO, Diane Flanagan, visits various parts of our council to provide an update on the state of Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest, as well as what may be in store for us in the future. All are welcome to attend. No matter how you choose to remain connected with us, we really look forward to you doing so. We reviewed our council in terms of many different things, like its size, program centers, camp, shops, membership, key staff members, and ways to stay connected. As we close today's OWL session, I'd like to show you what topics we have lined up for future OWL sessions or online workshops for learning. So for the 2015-2016 year, this is what we plan to cover. October, this is the one we're doing, the orientation. In November, we would do an overview on Girl Scout ceremonies. In December, it's a time to review various recognitions available for both girls and adults. January is a perfect time to discuss cookie booth etiquette. February, we will revisit our rich Girl Scout traditions by discussing World Thinking Day and Girl Scouting Birthday and Week. March, the cookie program will be wrapping up, so we will talk about what's next, all the different ways girls can reap what they have sowed. In April, our focus is celebration of our amazing volunteers formally, so that we will take a poll, perhaps maybe on Facebook, to see what topic you all choose to have us cover during that month. May is all about getting the girls outside, whether that be through gardening, all the way through primitive camping. June is a time to revisit our traditions that bring so much meaning to our movement, things such as swaps, songs, graces, etc. During July, we will turn the webinar over to our retail offices for useful know-how on all things shop-related. August gears up our beginning of a new Girl Scout year, so we will offer some helpful tips on how to get started. Lastly, September is all about keeping your troop money in order. Please know that there are also plans to have each session facilitated by various departments and or individuals. We also welcome volunteers as well as older Girl Scouts to lead one of these sessions. If you're interested, just contact me. Make sure to also let us know what future OWL topics you would like to see offered. We look forward to continuing these opportunities. That concludes today's OWL session. Remember, this will be archived on our website for viewing at any time. Thank you for your interest and attention. We look forward to making these OWL sessions beneficial to you. Until next time, yours in Girl Scouting.